And then typically there, as the yokozuna stamps the ground, the crowd roar appreciation. The arm goes wide to the side and then another stamp. So Takanohana in the lead, along with Miyabiyama with 7 straight wins. First bout is Tokitsuumi against Kaiho. Both of these are good at attacking from the side. Instead of head-on, they tend to come in from the side, but let's see who'll get that one. Get around the side first. Well, they're both more or less straight onto each other there. Kaiho with that right arm in, the sashi, that's the inside arm. But Tokitsuumi powering in, try to lift him up. And both manoeuvring, trying to test out the other's balance. And there's a good lift there, and a lift followed by a twist the other way. Nice combination of moves there by Tokitsuumi. Tried lifting up Kaiho. Kaiho resisted and suddenly reversed direction and spun him over the other way. So that was 5 wins for Tokitsuumi and the 4th loss for Kaiho. Now Kotomitsuki, this is a newcomer. His training routine during this basho is to train a little bit in the morning. Then he has a couple of beers after that. And then he takes a nap, which is what many of the sumo men do in the afternoon, and then eventually he comes to the basho venue and competes. So that was 7th win for Kotomitsuki over Oginishiki. 4th loss for Oginishiki. Now Otsukasa, the imperial official, that's what his name means, fights Kotonowaka. Kotonowaka means the young Japanese lute. Don't always make sense, these names. These two have never fought before. Kotonowaka's done well in previous Kyushu bashos. He's always had, in the last 3, he's had kachikoshi each time. But losing that one to Otsukasa. 5th win for Otsukasa and 4th loss for Kotonowaka. Tochinonada, otherwise known as Goto in the sumo world. The nicknames they have in sumo are not particularly descriptive in any way. Not like the old salt shaker or the dump truck, the nicknames that were coined a few years ago. So a win there for Tochinonada over Tamakasuga. 6th win for him. That left elbow of his not doing too badly. In fact, they're both pretty much taped up. But drives in hard there, keeps Tamakasuga on the edge, and then eventually over. So oshitaoshi win there for Tochinonada. Now Kyokutenho, Mongolian wrestler, fights Takanowaka. Almost exactly the same weight, these two, 145 kilos apiece, that's 22.5 stone. And Takanowaka, the newer of the two, came up into Makuuchi Sumo in 99 as opposed to 98 for Kyokutenho. So both wrestlers with the same coloured mawashi there, which can get a bit confusing when they twirl around, but well, the referee called Kyokutenho the winner there, but the judges have made an objection, a mono-e, and that means, so let's just watch now. Yeah, there you can see the step out, that's clear enough. So he says, the chief umpire there said it was Kyokutenho stepped out first, so he reversed the referees, the Gyoji's decision, and gave it to Takanowaka. So that's a black mark against the referee, the Gyoji, what is known as Sashichikai. In other words, it means he called it wrong. So it can either be according to his war fan, Gumbai Dori, or it could be Torinoshi, or a rematch. Tochisakai against Chiyotenzan, otherwise known as Hachikun. So Tochisakai into the Makuuchi division. 2nd basho for him, and winning, that's his 4th win. So doing quite well in his 2nd outing in this Premier League. And that was the 4th loss for Chiyotenzan. Hasn't done so well, Chiyotenzan, the last 4 bashos. He said 3 of them have been makikoshi. So at Maigashira 3 safe enough, but doesn't do to get too many of them, because everything depends on the rankings, money, fame, fortune. And now Kyokushuzan, Mongolian, one-time world Mongolian sumo champion. Kyokushuzan on the right there. Mongolian sumo, vaguely similar to Japanese sumo. They fight in a circle, sandy circle, but they don't win by pushing the other wrestler out. It's mainly by throwing them down, which is what the Mongolian sumo people are good at, the throws, especially from the locked-on position. Higonoumi there wins that one, much needed win. He's only had one before, so that makes it 2, and that's the 7th loss for Kyokushuzan. Hamanoshima against Takatoriki. Takatoriki has won the greatest number of fighting spirit prizes. That's the Kanto Show of any Rikishi. Gained a lot of them against, no, he's having a moan and a groan. We saw him had words to say before about the start of his opponent. I was saying to Hamanoshima there, come on, let's start properly. But Hamanoshima is noted for his, now look at that. Now that's, well, that is aggression there. And Hamanoshima determined to fight back. He's not putting up with that nonsense from Takatoriki. Well, Takatoriki gets it eventually. Bit of bad temper there, which we don't often see in sumo. Hamanoshima is noted for his good tachi-ai. When they used to fine wrestlers for bad starts, he never picked up a fine. Always correct. Takatoriki's tachi-ai is not that brilliant. So that was the first win and for Takatoriki against 7 losses. Now Wakanosato against Takanonami. These two have had 2 head-to-heads previously. Takanonami's won both of them. Takanonami's on the slippery slope downwards. He's got 2 bad ankles, and he does drink a lot. Well, he's been run around there. That was the 8th straight loss for Takanonami. First time it's ever happened to him. He's gone straight to Makikoshi in a run, a complete run from the beginning. Second win for Wakanosato. So Takanonami at Sekiwaki, surely on the way down. Komusubi next time round, but no doubt he'll retire before he gets to that point. Now Hayateumi is the man who's beaten 2 Ozeki so far. Fights Tochinohana. They fought twice before, each has won once. Hayateumi with the black mawashi on the right there. Both of these are relative newcomers, and they're normally faster, more eager to fight. Not quite so heavy. Well, that's Hayateumi spills Tochinohana down, but he's limping a bit there. He hurt himself on that exchange. Well, we'll see. He doesn't look too serious. Tochinohana not looking too pleased about that. And you can see the look on his face. Yeah, he strained his leg at the side there. Not looking at all comfortable. Well, tomorrow we'll see if he carries on fighting or not. So is that ankle? Difficult to say. Certainly there's a lot of weight that gets thrown onto the legs in these mix-ups. Ah, it's looking bad. So he limps off towards the flower path, the Hanamichi. So let's watch that one again, see if we can see what happens there. Comes in hard, pushes against Tochinohana in the bluish mawashi. Tochinohana hangs on tight, gets to the edge. And then we see the big determined effort from Hayateumi. Just sizing up his opponent, ready for the move. There it goes, tries a pull down, and well, his left leg crumpled a bit there, almost as if Tochinohana grabbed hold of it so quick. Although we can see it, of course, in video replay. Now, Chiyotaikai, great mates with Tochi Azuma, who unfortunately is sitting out this basho, got injured last time round. Here fighting Wakanoyama. These two have fought twice before, each has won once. But Wakanoyama's had 3 Makikoshi out of the last 4 bashos this year. And Chiyotaikai pushing in hard to the face, and Wakanoyama gets him on the edge. Well, that was close there. It looked like Wakanoyama had Chiyotaikai in trouble, and Chiyotaikai comes back. And there's a lot of hard tsuppari, pushes and thrusts to the face of Wakanoyama. Their faces certainly take some stick, these sumo wrestlers. The most handsome of people once they've been in the Makuuchi division for 10 years or so. Now, Akinoshima against Kaiho. Akinoshima, 33 years old. Once said last year that he'd finally come to understand tachi-ai. Although, not such a good tachi-ai there. Well, Kaiho just looks as though he's cruising through some of these bouts. Like he's hardly perturbed. Read him completely. Chumonzumo, as they call it. Sumo to order, which is not to say it's fixed, but he knew what was coming. And he just sidestepped him and spun him over with the uwatenage, the overarm throw. So 7 wins for Kaiho, 6 losses for Akinoshima. Elegant Mountain. Miyabayama fights Fighting Fangs. Toki. Ki meaning teeth or fangs. Strange name. Miyabayama voted best newcomer of the year last year. Been up and down a bit. Nearly didn't make Ozeki. And then trying hard slapping match there against Toki. A lot of stick handed out to Toki's face. Somebody, I think it was Takatoriki, once said of Miyabayama, he had a face that looked as though it had never been slapped. Yes, looks like it's been slapped a bit now. So that was 8 wins for Miyabayama and Kachikoshi. Tosunumi against Musashi Maru. These two have had 23 head-to-heads. Musashi Maru's won 18 of them. Musashi Maru's not noted for his tachi-ai. That's what they call taiko tachi. Puts one hand down. As he lowers the other hand, he lifts the other one up. So, in fact, it's quite confusing for the opposing wrestler. He doesn't know whether he's going to start or not. Right, it's Musashi Maru there, powering him out with oshidashi. And that was Musashi Maru's 7th win. He's had 1 loss, but certainly in the running for the Emperor's Cup. And a little bit of prize money. It's getting rougher, this sumo, it's my impression. Certainly a lot of strikes to the face. Saw one wrestler knocked out Tamanonada on day 1 with one of those thrusts. And they certainly do pick up injuries. Now, Takanohana against Dejima. These two have fought 12 times previously. Takanohana's won 9 of them. Deji, as he's known in the sumo world, has won only 3 of them. Dejima's got 6 wins and 1 loss. Takanohana has got 7 straight wins, so can he maintain that lead of his, along with Miyabayama? And Dejima leads with a head, slightly slowish start. Could have whacked in harder against Takanohana, but Takanohana just wraps his arms around and barrels Dejima out. Well, that was Yokozuna style, that was. That's how Yokozuna take care of Ozeki. See the hairdo there, actually, quite interesting. As it comes slightly out of place, how he puts it back. It's bound up in the particular style, the oichomage style. The lower ranked wrestlers just tie it in like a pigtail really at the back and then just fold it forward. But that's splayed out like a ginkgo leaf. You can see the way it's splayed out there across his forehead. So oicho means ginkgo. So that was 8 straight wins for Takanohana. Now Musayama against Akibono. Well, these two have fought each other 27 times before. Akibono's won 21 of them. Akibono's looking strong. Musayama not too bad, got 10 wins and 5 losses. That's a careful start from both wrestlers. Musayama comes forward, but not too fast. Well, Akibono there, slightly different tactics from normal. Normally he just uses 2 hands to his opponent's shoulders and chest. But there he was doing the tsuppari, that's one arm after another. So that was 7th win for Akibono. And at the end of day 8. The lead is clearly held by Takanohana and Miyabiyama with 8 straight wins. And behind them, 4 wrestlers with 7-1, Kaiho, Akibono, Musashimaru and Chiyotaikai. Stay with us, we'll be back with day 9 in a few seconds.